In the next 60 seconds, you'll actually know why LUTs and Powergrades are a waste of time and money and what I recommend that you do instead. If you're new to the channel, I am Giuseppe and I started off as a broke videographer, but now I'm a remote colorist. And if you don't know what a colorist is basically a guy that gets hired just to color grade. So my only job is to be good at color grading, basically. That's why you can trust me, okay? Now, why do I say that LUTs and Powergrades are a waste of time and money? I say this because there are various reasons. And the most obvious one is that, of course, when you use tools like these, you're not actually getting better. Now, the thing is that it doesn't just stop here. Like, there's various deeper reasons of why you shouldn't just use LUTs and Powergrades. I promise that if you give me 20 minutes of your time, you'll fall in love with the advice that I'm about to give you. So let's begin. So LUTs and Powergrades, what are they actually doing for you? Let's deconstruct all of this. LUTs and Powergrades basically give you a starting point, right? So be it LUTs are the worst. And I'm not talking about conversion LUTs. We need to define what type of LUTs and Powergrades we're talking about. We're talking about creative LUTs, okay? I'm not talking about conversion LUTs. Conversion LUTs are basically LUTs that you apply to your footage to convert your log to your Rec 709. And if you're really a noob in the color grading space, I'm going to explain to you briefly what that means. So you know, like your camera records log, right? Or let's say that you have a high-end cinema camera, it records RAW, let's say. Now, a conversion LUT basically gets that RAW, which is a log, gets that log, and it gets it to a normalized gamma and color space, right? So it looks normal, that's it. Like, now, a creative LUT, on the other hand, it doesn't do that. You usually apply that after the conversion LUT, or you apply it like it does both in the same instance. So a creative LUT basically gets the look going for you. And I remember I used to hate creative LUTs in the beginning because when I started learning about color grading, I wanted to feel cool. So I wanted to feel like myself, like I was doing something useful. So I was like, oh, fuck creative LUTs, I'm better. Okay, I had this mindset. Then I kind of started using them, and then I just stopped using them altogether. And I'll tell you why. So my story is this. I was a videographer, right? And as soon as I got into videography, I remember that my videos didn't look that professional because I was still learning, right? At the time, I was 16, 17. And I got myself a camera, a Sony Alpha 6400. A lot of you guys know this camera because it was like the OG setup. If you were like a underdog in the filmmaking industry, like you wanted to feel cool, but you weren't cool. So like you didn't have that much money to spend. Like there was the bigger sister. It was the Sony A7 III. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, right? So I had the little one, so the Alpha 6400. And the Alpha 6400 had the possibility, like the 7 III, to shoot S-Log3. Now, the thing with these cameras is that they didn't shoot 10-bit, they still shot 8-bit, since these are not old per se, but they came from a time, like a hybrid time where you had log-capable cameras, but they still didn't shoot 10-bit. So it was this weird, like, in-between, right? So I had this Alpha 6400, and for quite some time, I didn't experiment with log. But then I realized that my videos could look way better, and as I was trying to, become better at, lighting, my image composition, these things, I also realized, hey, actually, like my colors, they're really lacking. So it would be actually good for me to learn how to, manage all of that. And I got into color grading. And at the beginning, I remember just going on YouTube, kind of like you're doing, and looking for tutorials and let me learn from this guy, then from that guy, then from that guy. And YouTube is I hate YouTube for color grading. You're going to understand as we get into the video that YouTube is actually, let me type this out. YouTube is actually just a big echo chamber. You want to know why? Can you tell me? Look up color grading on YouTube and tell me that they don't teach the same thing. Tell me that every guy that you watch doesn't teach exactly the same type of look. They want you to get the same type of result. They all teach the same fucking thing in the same fucking way. Can you say that they don't do that? You can't, because it's not true, because they all say the same thing. So YouTube is this big echo chamber, and it really confused me in the beginning. So where do I want to go? Like in the beginning, echo chamber, blah, blah, blah. You want to feel cool about color grading, right? Because you want to feel like you're actually doing something, because you get like the Da Vinci interface, and it's so full of buttons to press, and you got the lift, gamma, gain, curves, scopes, whatever, and you feel like you can do so much, right? It's a whole new world. And I was against LUTs because I wanted to feel in control. After a while, I remember getting really into film print emulation because I really liked the characteristics, and I still today I feel like film print emulation is the cheapest way to get your footage half decent looking. Like if you're trash at color grading, like just do film print emulation and you can fake being good, because it's really easy. Because I won't go into detail why that works. I might do a separate video. But it's still a cheap way to just get a good look. And no wonders, like, I mean, you gotta really ask yourself if all the guys that you see on YouTube in the echo chamber, that is, YouTube, like if they're all doing just, let me type this out, film print emulation, but none of them are actually like good. I mean, you've gotta ask yourself, like, how good really is film print emulation as a crutch to rely on? So that's just food for thought. But anyway, so let's stick to the point. Why are LUTs and Powergrades a waste of time and money? First, I told you, let's step this out. First, they don't make you grow. And I told you that, but that's kind of like, you understand that. Now, the deeper reason is that you don't know what's going on. So when you apply a LUT or a power grade, this is especially true for LUTs, you don't know what the LUT is doing under the hood. And what happens is that you get really good. You might be strategically good. What does that mean? Like most YouTubers, they're actually what we call on this channel. If you're one of the boys, you already know what I'm going to say. Props to you. But if you're new, and there's a lot of new people coming on the channel, so I got to repeat this. A lot of people on YouTube, why are they like this? They are what we call preset pirates. So preset pirates are the dudes that just copy everybody else, and they tell you to do what? Guess. Apply LUTs. And I don't know, they tell you like the same basic shit that doesn't get you actually nowhere. Like, if the advice that these people actually gave out worked, do you think you'd be so trash at color grading? Why are you watching my videos? Because you're trash, right? You want to get better. Okay. Now, if the advice they gave you worked, would you be where you are? No. So it doesn't work. Like the preset pirates, I'm showing you why. So they tell you to apply LUTs, or they tell you to up your contrast, decrease exposure because it gets dramatic, cinematic. Fuck the cinematic terms. I hate you. Not you, but the preset pirate. I hate you for spreading and misusing the word cinematic, because it doesn't mean anything. Like I wouldn't say I laugh at the word. I used it myself a lot when I was coming up, but you grow out of it. It's a phase, okay? It's a phase. And I'm getting you out of the phase right now with the truth. So they'll tell you to do these things, and they're going to get you to color grade exactly like them. You're going to become a preset pirate yourself, because you're going to do exactly what everybody else says, and you're going to repeat the same advice over and over, even though it's wrong. Not because you want to mislead people. Like, I don't really have anything against these guys. I mean, they're on our side, really. They could be watching this video, and I would genuinely want to help them. It's just that they don't know. It's just color grading. You got to realize, man, it's a field that it's so new. Like, do you know why almost all the advice is contradicting on color grading? It's because it's a new field. Like, realize that digital media as it exists today, it's pretty fucking new. Like 20, 30 years ago, things weren't as they are today. Like a colorist 30 years ago wasn't a guy on a computer like me. No. You worked in a film lab, and when you developed film stock, you changed the way the chemicals fucking interacted with that and this and light and that. It was a whole another job. So strategically, yeah, like they already knew I want things to look this way because psychological reason number one. Okay. But technically it's a whole new game, right? So it's not one of those things that it has existed for a long time and we all know how to do this and that. No. It's still evolving. Like, go look at DaVinci 20 and DaVinci 19, like get them one next to the other. You're gonna, like, they're so fucking new tools, man. Like, I need to update my skill set every time fucking Blackmagic gets a new version of Resolve. So that's one of the reasons. Like, these guys, it's so like there's so many things and so little advice that people genuinely don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And plus, color grading is an art. Have you realized that? Let's type this, because this is really important. Like, where do I type this? Yeah, let's type it right here, because this is kind of a separate topic, but it's gonna come full circle. Color grading is an art. I don't care that the O is still So color grading is an art. And what this means is that being an art, it's subjective, right? It's not objective. It's not color correction. Color correction, yeah, it's more objective than grading, because you gotta make things look proper. But when we're talking about grading, look design, and we're gonna do all these creative choices and things and styling and storytelling, all that great stuff, that's an art. So my opinion might be different from yours. Now, still, there's rules that you gotta respect. Not rules, but man, like, do you understand? Like, I did every mistake that you're doing right now, and I know how it's gonna end. So I wanna save you time, okay? Now, people repeat the same advice. They don't know better, because you can get away with saying pretty much anything at this point, because it's an art. I told you. Now, allow me to tell you how things are really supposed to go, and please learn from my mistakes. I'm going to tell you like what went right, what went wrong. So, creative LUTs are a no. Don't fucking use them. Okay? Don't use them. I mean, if you want to say preset pirate, be my guest. If you want to become actually a color king, don't use preset pirates. Color kings are the guys that don't just apply techniques, they apply strategies. Like, you want to know why you're going to do a certain thing and when to do a certain thing. You can't just be applying a LUT that somebody sold to you on the internet just because it looks good on some clip. It doesn't work like that. Now, LUTs are no-go because you don't know what's going on. And why is that going to bite you in the ass in the long run? That's going to bite you in the ass because when you don't know what's going on, you will start. And I saw this happening to myself. I was already a pro colorist, but I found myself relying on LUTs without even realizing it. Like, after I stopped using them, I was like, hey, let me actually look design from scratch. I was like, holy shit, I actually got worse because I wasn't used to designing my own looks from scratch anymore. And I got so fucking trash. Holy fuck, this is scary. I might lose my clients now. So basically, when you don't know what's going on and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 months with this bullshit, eventually the knowledge that you were accumulating by following guys that actually know what they're talking about, like me, you're going to start to lose it, because what you don't exercise, you just lose it. Like, this is common knowledge, right? But people still, they want to act, because applying LUTs is so easy. You want to act like it's not going to happen to you. No, I'm different. No, I won't lose. No, but it's just a starting point. Shut the fuck up. You are going to hurt yourself and your business if you do this. You're going to lose clients. You're going to lose money. You're going to lose everything. It's going to be such a pain in the ass. You're going to have to build everything up again. And I remember, like, a lot of the times this became scary for me when I started grading, and I didn't start grading. Like, I was still grading for some time, but I remember I eventually asked myself this question: could I replicate this? Like, I remember there was this day, and I had just sent the video to the client, and I was like, if I wanted to create this from scratch, how the fuck would I actually do it? Like, what is it that it looks gorgeous, because, like, I knew where to get the footage, but relying too much on LUTs makes you not actually know how to get there, right? Because you don't know, like, the technicalities that are going on. So I was like, wait, I wouldn't know how to fucking make my own grade. Bro, I called myself a colorist, but I couldn't know how to make my own grade, man. Like, I just didn't. Isn't that fucking embarrassing? Like, do you want to end up like I did? No, you don't. So, I mean, if you're still watching, like, I know, like, these videos on a whiteboard, they usually get huge watch time. And that's fucking beautiful. Like, I love that people are actually watching these. Like, the general public is fucking, I know that you guys are annoyed that, the color grading advice, it's failing you, okay? And that's why I see that these videos get huge watch time, because people actually watch them all the way through. But a lot of people actually even also leave before we get to the good stuff. If you're still here, I mean, real, like, virtual handshake, like, not a lot of people actually want to hear the truth, because the truth hurts, and it's harder to do this than to just stay asleep and apply LUTs. So yeah, that's the truth. Like, I remember I felt so embarrassed. I was like, I gotta fix this shit. I gotta fix this. And this hit me the most. I had a short film. I'm gonna tell you right now. I had a short film. So I was already a colorist. So I'm telling you. So I was already good. People were already praising my work. So this is not something that will happen to you as you are a recovering preset pirate. No. This happens to pros as well. I'm betting my ass it happens to everybody. Like, nobody can escape this. And I remember, like, I had this short film, and I was like, I got really good at film print emulation. If you go see, like, I have an Instagram. If you find it, it's got my name on it. If you find my Instagram, I had a lot of film emulation. Like, I used to use Dehancer a lot. I used to study film stocks and all of this, but I didn't know what was going on inside those plugins and inside those LUTs. And I remember I was like, I needed to grade a short film, and I was like, hey, Mr. Director, film print emulation? And it was like, nah, bro. It was like, nah. And I was like, holy shit. I've been doing film print emulation for the past, like, 20 grades in the past, like, 6 months. Fuck. I can't rely on my stupid LUTs anymore. Like, I actually got to do look design. Shit. That's when it hit me really, like, strong. And from that time, I was like, hey, you know what? Thank God. Because he gave me the opportunity to actually quit the bullshit. And now I've got to, I gotta get strong again, right? So that's the first deep reason why you don't want to do that. Now, the second reason, we talked about LUTs, but what about Powergrades, you might be asking? Because this Giuseppe guy, like, he did a fucking presentation about LUTs, but at this point, like, where are we gonna insert Powergrades into this? Powergrades are even worse. Yeah. How could they be worse? You might be asking. Glad you asked. So, why are they worse? Third reason. First, they're wrong. Like, 3.1. They're wrong. All right. First, Powergrades and LUTs, they're wrong. Like, most of the time, like, you're gonna see, I disagree with the common advice, because I told you nobody knows what's going on. But first, Powergrades are wrong. I have a beautiful way of working with footage, and it's actually, like, the most logical way to approach things. Like, if you go, I have a few videos on this channel. Like, if you like what I'm talking about, I'm gonna sell you my paid product right now. I have an online school. I'm building it. You can get a huge discount. Top link in the description. It's almost early access. It's gonna be fucking huge. I'm receiving, like, a lot of people are applying to get in, and I'm receiving a lot of compliments. There's a few exclusive lessons that you're gonna get access to if you go apply right now. If you're interested, like, I'm not saying buy, like, I'm not one of those fake guru type shit. No. It's actually, like, real value. If you like what I'm talking about, go check it out. You're gonna get, like, an exclusive lesson about how to recover a very bad shot, and a discount when it launches. It's going to launch, I think, around July 16th, so in a couple of days, basically. It's going to launch early access. Then the full launch will be in August. If you buy now, when it launches on July 16th, you're going to get a huge discount for life. And So there's that. Top link in the description. You're gonna get practice footage. I'm gonna review your grades. There's gonna be a community, so we talk together. We decide, does this look like this? Do we want things to be? It's gonna be fucking great. Like huge value. I'm not kidding. Like people are actually like, they're astonished at how valuable the things are going to be inside. So go check it out if you're serious about grading. Like if you don't want to invest that much into grading, just keep watching the videos because there's still like a ton of value, right? So they're wrong. If you go watch my videos, I have a few videos where I really color grade in front of the camera. And if you go watch the way I grade, I have this way of grading that differs from everybody else because it's the only way that I have found to be actually logical. Like the way I build my note trees is so logical. Like when I explain that, I'm not going to explain that in this video since the topic is different. But when you actually go watch it, you're going to be like, fuck, this guy was right all along. It's going to be that like that. It clicks. Now I understand. And I understand why we grade like this and why we do things in this order. And it's not like the confusion, it will fucking end in that instant. So the reason why I don't like power grades, first, most of them are wrong. And second, you'll see this when you go watch me grade, or if you get inside the school, like I'm actually going to teach you to do this fucking deep for yourself, think for yourself. And you're going to see this, like most power grades, man, what are they doing? Like, I'm going to ask you something. So I give this analogy and it makes things click for people. So it's the doctor analogy if you've been following the channel. So let's say you're a doctor, right? My boys, they're strong. They already know what I'm going to say. And you're great guys. So the doctor, right? You're a doctor. Let's say you're a doctor. Now, this doctor that you are, you've got, let's say 10 patients. Now, let's say I'm Mr. Guru. Okay. I'm Mr. Guru. Look at me, pay me, send me your money. I'm going to give you my power grade, right? Give me your email. I'll give you my power grade. Now, Mr. Guru right here, this bitch Now, Mr. Guru right here is going to be, hey, take my power grade. And you know what the power grade is? It's a medicine, right? Hey, take my power grade. You can give it to all your clips. Work with it for all your clips. Now, would you be a smart doctor to give 10 different patients with 10 different illnesses the same medicine? Maybe it's not the same medicine, but it's the same protocol. Like the same medicine will be applying the same LUT. Okay, let's be honest right here. Let's give Mr. Guru a chance. So same medicine, this is the LUT. Okay, so Mr. Guru just says, hey, get my medicine. And you give the 10 patients the same medicine and I don't know, 9 of them die. Congrats, you killed 9 people. You happy with that? Okay, I wouldn't be. So 9 people die because you're lazy. Now, Mr. Guru has another fucking great idea. Now, he wants to sound like he really knows what he's talking about. So Mr. Guru comes up with the idea to sell you a power grade. Because power grades, oh, they're not LUTs, bro. No, hey, you actually are a colorist when you use my power grade. Fuck you and your power grade. So Mr. Guru comes with, what do we call it? Let me think. So Mr. Guru comes with the protocol. Now he sells you this protocol and he just says, all right, so first you ask, what's wrong, bro? Second, you ask, does your chest hurt? And maybe it does. You don't know why, but maybe their chest hurts really. And if it does hurt, well, here's your medicine. And he tells you, like, usually I give my medicine this way, and it's like the same technique. So basically, like, you ask yourself the same questions over and over. Basically, the power grade locks you into the same way of thinking. And you have that, the same mindset every time, same strategy for every fucking shot. And maybe not 9 patients die, maybe you kill 6. But you still killed 6 people. Do you feel proud about that? I wouldn't feel proud about killing 6 people. Now, I know there's some sick fuck out there that would, but I don't. So that's why I don't use power grades, because I don't like killing people. Now, the reason, so if we convert this metaphor, let's actually keep this. So if we actually convert it, what does all this mean? This means that when you apply a power grade, what you're actually doing is restricting yourself into a certain workflow. Now, I have my workflow. Like, I know why I do the things that I do, but a lot of the times, your note tree and your workflow needs to be flexible. When you use a note tree, what's really going on, what's really happening is that, let me type this out. You restrict yourself. So what that means practically, like, you don't know, like, let's say you want to add a node and you need to fix something. You need to add a power window. With a power grade, it's going to be way harder, since you're not the one that made it, to know when to add power windows, when to do this, and when there's a weird case where you need to fix this color, but then you need to do this as well. So it differs from the Mr. Guru case by just a tiny bit, that it doesn't work like it did for him. Like, what the fuck are you going to do then? You can't rely on these fake medicines. because you think you're healing yourself, because they, like, in the short term, you think, oh, hey, like, you don't look at the 9 people you killed. You're like, hey, I cured 1 person and there's like fucking 9 bodies on the floor, man. So you think you're doing this, but actually, fuck no, man. You're ruining your footage. So while you're busy celebrating your only win, you're actually destroying your chances at doing professional level work, right? So what you want to do instead is this. You need to know, like, I'll give you a proper workflow right now. What you need to do is this. So first, you have your video, right? So let's say you have a video, okay? And this video needs color grading, as all videos do. Every video needs color. Every video can benefit from color grading. Even this is color graded. Like the image from my camera, this is color graded. I never like not color grade something that I shoot. I still shoot sometimes. I told you, like, I was a videographer. I still have my camera gear and I color grade everything that I shoot when I shoot. So you have a video and the video needs color grading. So I told you no LUTs, no power grades. Well, what the fuck are you gonna do then? Well, you actually need to start from scratch. And you're gonna be like, Giuseppe, like, I don't know how to start from scratch. How do I do that? Because Mr. Guru right here told me that color grading is so easy and everybody can do it. And shut the fuck up, honestly. So how do you start? First things first, you gotta realize, now I got you. You're now becoming a color king. You can't escape me. Like, no, you're my student now. So now you're a color king in the makings. Congrats. Color king in the making. Okay. Now, how should you go on about grading? How should you look at grading? Take notes or come back to this video if you're busy doing something else. When you have a video that needs color grading, you don't want to think like a preset pirate about, where is that? You don't want to think about applying techniques just yet. You don't want to think about like, okay, I'm going to not clip my highlights, then my scopes, I need to max out my scopes. No. Stop. You don't want to think about it, about that. You want to do this. You have a video. You want to think, what is the video's purpose? Because listen, like, if this were a horror movie, would it be looking appropriate for me to be in a room lit this way? I mean, this is not lit that much. Like, there's not that much light coming in. It's kind of a dim lit room, but I mean, it will look different, right? It will have a different contrast ratio, different colors, different everything. My outfit would be different, maybe. The set design would differ. A lot of the things would differ, right? Now, you got to think, like, am I grading a vlog? I'll give you an example. So you might look at an image like this, and you might be already opening your wallet to go sign up for the school. I don't know. But actually, I don't want to take you to the point where everything that you color grade looks like this. Now, this is from one of my most viral grades. I went like viral on Reddit with this image. And I'm going to ask you, like, if you were recording a vlog of yourself, or let's say you're doing an Instagram reel for a pizza place, would you be sane if it looked like this? I know it looks cinematic. Although, I know it looks huge. It's beautiful. Like, how did I get these colors, man, in the contrast? And it's all so beautiful, man, blah, blah, blah. But listen, like, would it make sense to have everything look this way? No, it wouldn't. Like, by this time, like, I understand that you might have a functioning brain. So you understand, like, you're like, okay, Giuseppe, yeah, I got it. Like, okay, yeah, no, it wouldn't look like this because it would be fucking horrendous. Like, so you actually need to think about what is your video's purpose. Listen, like, all these guys, I told you, they're preset pirates because they tell you, like, do always the same thing, apply the same thing, but they're wrong. You can't apply the same thing because it doesn't work. Like, imagine I made a LUT with this and I sold it for you for $9. I'd be making thousands every month if I had more subscribers from that LUT. Now, I could make some money with that, but honestly, do I think that's going to serve my audience? No, I would never sell you a LUT. I hate that. I'm the first colorist probably that doesn't sell LUTs. Fuck LUTs, man. Go fuck yourself. Everything will look trash. So what is the video's purpose? After you find that out, you need to know how to translate the purpose into feelings. Like, once you know what your video should accomplish, you need to know, okay, well, this is my video's purpose. It's X. Now, how do I communicate X? Like, when you want to reach X, how should you feel? Like, what is Y? Now we want to find out what Y is. And after you have understood how, like, what feeling you should evoke in your viewer to get that feeling, I'll give you like a practical example. So let's say that you have a, not a commercial, but a company video, whatever they're called, okay? So it needs to look proper, they need to look all professional and blah, blah, blah. So what should you do? Like, we have said, like, the video's purpose is to, I don't know, to get more clients for the brand, let's say, for the company, for whatever. And we translate that into, I don't know, how do they need to look? Like, how are they positioning themselves? Like, look at how deep this goes. Like, motherfucker, do you not understand that I'm giving you, like, the secret key to color grading? Listen, So we need to know how do we translate this purpose into feelings. So it would be like, well, what is the brand positioning? Like, are they like this empathetic company that cares for their customers and all this, all that? Well, then we should make them feel close, and it should be heartwarming, and it should be all this, all that. Like, we should feel safe. It should be soothing. Do you see how I'm working with my mind to understand what the grading should be like? Well, what if they need to be professionals and they position themselves as people you need to trust, and people that know better than you. So you need to ask them, and you need to say, like, you need to do what they say. Like, they're basically kind of like mentors. Like, they're not at the same level as you. Well, then maybe a more detached approach, a professional detached approach could work. I'm not saying that they need to look like assholes, but it doesn't need to be as warm and as humble as before. So maybe the way we want to go about that is with, guess what? A clean, contrasty look. And we have found Zed. Okay, do you see like how this process, like how to translate the purpose into feelings, and then how to translate feelings into color? Like, this is what nobody's teaching you. This is what you're lacking. And then only after that comes grading, actually grading. Do you understand? If you skip this, like, for the most part, I was lazy. I don't want to be too harsh and too vulgar in these videos, man, but I really get... For the most part, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I just thought, hey, I'm just gonna mess with a few knobs until it looks good. But I'm gonna ask you, like, I'm gonna go deep in this video. Like, you're here to stay and learn. Like, what does good even mean? In what context? Like, what does good mean? I mean, I can like cold weather, you can like warm weather. Is one better than the other? For what purpose? If I want to go do, if I want to go skiing, is warm weather better? No, I don't think so. So what does good mean? Think, motherfucker, think. That's why you've got to do this work. That's exactly what I teach in my school. I teach about how to think, how to grade, how to actually go about it. I teach the strategies. Like, have you thought about why are we even on a whiteboard? Because this is doing the heavy lifting that you need. This is what you're, like, if I were the doctor for you, this is the pill that you need to take, not the bullshit that you've been taking over and over and over, and you still look trash. Like, your videos still look trash. Do you understand? So you gotta understand, like, there isn't a objective good, like objective cinematic term. Fuck that. No, it's all subjective, not subjective, but it depends on what you need to communicate. That's what's gonna set you apart from your competition. Like, you wanna get paid more. You wanna be proud of your color, right? You wanna publish videos that actually look good. The people look at you and say, whoa, he's a fucking professional. Like, he's not the kid that with the camera, like, broke, he's not the broke kid with a camera on his shoulder. No, now he's a professional. Like, he's shooting videos for this, and they look fucking, I don't know, they look like movies. Okay, but to become that, you need to understand this. All pros know this. All the people that actually do this shit, they all know this. But the people on YouTube, there's nobody teaching this. Because nobody, like, I mean, these are things that are hard to come by, as I told you, because color theory, you can say so many things about it, and it just never ends, okay? And that's where I position myself. So I like to teach these things that nobody teaches, and these are the things that are actually going to get you good. Like, listen to this story. So I remember when I was a videographer, I had like 1 year of experience, right? So let's type this out. Videographer, 1 year of experience. Now, when I got into videography, I told you, like, I also got into color grading because I wanted my own videos to look better. Now, I had 1 year of experience as a videographer. I'd say about 1 year of experience as a colorist. Let's say colorist, quote unquote, because I was not a colorist. I was not color grading for other people, but I still had some experience because I was practicing on my own footage, because my camera, remember the Sony, it shot log. So that's where I learned on. So I remember as I got into color grading, I liked it so much that I was like, hey, if I could actually do this as a job, like, it would be fucking cool, man. Like, every job has its problems, right? But for me, I liked solving the color grading problems more than I liked solving the videography problems. And it's not going to be for everyone. I'm not saying you got to be a colorist. I'm just talking about my story. Like, if you're a colorist, you work from home. If you have a home suite, or you need to go, like, you need to rent out a color suite and blah, blah, blah. Fucking everything costs a lot of money. So you've got problems, right? You never go out of your home if you got a home suite. Like, there's some problems with that. But I liked solving those problems more than I liked the videography problems. So I had 1 year experience, nothing too fancy, but I encountered a client, and it was a big client. Now, this big client was basically a production company, and they met me, like, they messaged me on Instagram. I don't even know how they found my profile, but I had a few, like, before and after of my grades, and they looked already okay. Like, some of them looked really good. And they actually reached out to me, and they asked me, hey, Giuseppe, I mean, we're looking for a colorist, and you seem promising. Do you want to take on this big commercial? Let me tell you, it was a bigger commercial. Fucking huge shot. Like, I won't tell you which one it is because I'm still so embarrassed. I might tell you, like, I might reveal what commercial it was in the future, but for now, just know it was a commercial for a brand of the magnitude of Gucci. So, like, really huge shot, like, tiny me videographer, 1 year experience, what is color grading, tint, teal and orange, fucking Gucci stuff, right? So it was a fucking big shot. I was like, oh my god, I was like, I'm gonna make a bunch of money, man, I'm successful, oh yeah, I made it. So I was like that, right? And I blew it. I destroyed the footage. So what happened is this. They sent me the commercial. I did not know this because at the time, I remember I watched YouTube videos on grading, like you probably do. And I already watched, like, I had bought a course. And I remember, like, it was like a $300 or $500 course. I don't remember. And it didn't teach me shit. Like, all it did teach me was techniques. And it can be good. I mean, look at you. Like, you think there's some secret technique that if you learn about it, you're going to be the shit. It's not. What you're lacking is exactly what I'm showing you. And how you get it is through my online school. So go apply now. Like, if you're really interested, bro, if you want to invest into your journey, it's still, like, it's very affordable. Like, don't think this is a $1,000 bullshit stuff. No. It's really affordable. And if you really, like, do I need to plead to you? Like, there's so much value inside. I promise you're going to regret it. Like, I don't ask for a credit card right now. It's just, you give me your email. I give you an exclusive lesson. So you start to see actually what I teach like. But then when the school's going to go early access, when it opens for early access, you're going to have the huge discount. And I'm going to show you, like, what's inside so that you can actually make an informed decision. So I'm not going to steal anybody's money. Like, it's going to be, I'm an honest guy, bro. Look at me. Like, I'm not some type of guru that just cares about profit. No. I actually care. I like teaching. Like, I see how I'm happy to do this, right? So really, there's a ton of value. I'm really saying this, like, people actually appreciate the value that is inside. So if you're just interested, just go apply for the discount at least, then you can decide, okay? Like, don't make it harder for yourself. That's basically the point. So, like, nobody teaches about this, and I blew the opportunity. That cost me about 1 to 2 years in progression and almost made me quit color grading. At the very start, it almost made me quit because I got rejected so bad. Because I remember, like, I went with the same technique over and over again, and they hated what I sent them. It looked so bad. I'm not joking. Like, this is going to sound like a joke. You're going to be like, this guy sounds pretty sincere, but is he actually telling the truth? Yeah. I remember sending them the video, and it looked so bad. I didn't realize it. I'm going to tell you, like the last tip that I'm going to give to you in this video. I'm going to tell it to you at the end. Like, I didn't realize it, but it was so trash. Like, if you looked at it now, you would be like, is he for real? Like, how did he go so far? Like, it looks so bad because it's so unreasonably bad. It sounds like I'm kidding you. But I was not, trust me. And I remember the producer called me. And if you don't know, like, the industry, how everything works, basically when you work with a big client, big production agency, basically you have different people that you work with. Producer handles if everything is being done on time. Are we using the budget that we were supposed to use? They coordinate stuff, basically. And they need to ensure that the final product matches the client's expectations. So you talk a lot to producers. Now, a producer called me, and I remember he called me. He asked me, Giuseppe, what the fuck did you send us? Like, is this a joke? Like, is it wrong? Like, did the expert go wrong? What is this? And I was like, no, it's a video. Yeah, what you asked me for? Blah, blah, blah. They were like, what? You're serious right now? And they ended up firing me on the spot. I remember me and the producer, we almost got into a fight because I literally did not understand how they couldn't like my grade. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, if the grade is so bad as he says it is, how could he not understand why they didn't like it? I'm going to tell you, like, this is my last tip for this video, and then I'm going to let you go. So what happened to me was this. You're going to see me. I talked about it in the school. Again, top link in the description. But what eventually happened to me was I fell into Flatline Fred's trap. Who's this guy? So Flatline Fred is basically the guy that's going to fuck you over if you don't listen to my advice. Simply put, it's the voice that every guy hears when you try to color grade your footage and things don't go as you planned. So you try to do more. And you do more. So, like, you applied, like, you know, like 1 or 2 techniques. They don't work on your footage because you're being taught wrong and you think that applying a LUT and adding teal and orange tint is going to solve all your problems. And spoilers ahead, it doesn't. And instead of changing the way you grade, instead of coming up with another strategy, how to attack your footage, what is actually going wrong, blah, blah, blah. Instead of doing that, you actually try to do more of the same thing that you're doing because you think it's going to go well. That's one of the traps you will come across in color grading. If you don't listen to me, I promise you're going to lose clients, money, you're going to get headaches because it is going to bite you eventually. So that's what got me, and it can be very, very insidious. Like, you know, like you've got this grade and it looks like needs something, but at the same time is so overworked, well, you are already being attacked by Flatline Fred. Like you're already wounded. You already need my help. So there's that. All right, this was a long video, man, but a lot of you guys needed to hear that. Hey, I hope I gave you some value. I'm being honest with you. Go get the link to my online school. Really, you won't regret it. I'm not joking. Like, you see the value that I'm providing. Imagine what's going to be inside the paid program. All right, God bless you.